let's see what that one does now. Hey, how's it going and welcome along. I'm Rory from Giraffe Studios and welcome to RMS Ragdoll Physics Experiments. This is episode 19, would you believe it? So yeah, 19, crazy, right? So I've got a cool little update for you. We are going to have a look at a really mini thing in the museum and a big thing in the challenge rooms. But of course, as always, before we begin, I just have to mention the Kickstarter pre-campaign page, because I never talk about it.
It's the first time hearing about it.
So yeah, no, if you would be so kind, head over to the page, click the button, notify on launch, etc, etc. Wonderful stuff. And yeah, back to where we were. So yeah, let's head down into the museum, and we are going to look at a really tiny update.
Well, how small is it?
We have already covered most of this. It's just, there's one key thing in here that's really quite cool. I'm going to grab that while we're here. So that's the record player that you'll be able to find inside of the game somewhere. And then this is your record collection wall. Now, obviously, as you can see, we haven't found any yet, so it's completely blank. But they are just there at the moment. They'll be hidden around the museum. And the idea being that once you've found them, they appear on this wall. You can place them onto this record player and you can listen to the music. It's quite fun. It's inside this Anechoec Chamber. It's all good. It's cool. And I think this looks really cool. Anyway, the point that I was going to get to was the fact that I've added this kind of effect for when you collect them. So you see how now they fizzle up. And then they appear up in their things. It's much better if you find them in a random order because then they look a bit better across the wall. They now fizzle when you collect them. And the reason is because this is a test, because this is how the main pieces, when you place them inside the sandbox or in the challenges, that's how they're going to sort of appear and disappear. So this was the test to see how that looked and worked, and it's working well. It's really cool. So yeah, so that was just a quick update on that one. And in case you didn't see it, I released the music video for this song.
Okay, test 42, duct tape, Ted to a red sled jet with a cone on his head, thread lead wire through a fire fed tire, now he's flying like a threadbare cred.
Which I think is really cool. There may well be a music video for all of these. You never know. You might want to keep subscribed just in case. Anyway, so that is that. Just like I said, a super quick update from within the museum. Now, the next thing we need to go and do is the thing we do in every episode, where we run through here. We kick the ball, it vanishes, weird bug, I don't know. And we press the Jokomatic.
What do you call a fish with no eyes?
For the love of God, stop!
That is actually one of my favorite jokes of all time. I love that joke. Anyway, so as promised, the challenges. Now, the challenge rooms will have changed a little bit if you remember before, but just in case you're not familiar, let me just quickly explain. So the way this works is the challenges are broken up into rooms of 5, and they're all interlinked. Okay, so you will come out after the 5th challenge to this door here, which is currently locked. Okay, so we go in and we are greeted with challenge room don't worry about that. Challenge room number 1. Now, the idea of the challenge is to take out the ragdoll that is standing somewhere in the room. And in this case, he's here in this big glass kind of cage thing, right? We need to figure out how to take him out using specific props that are given to us when we enter the room. And we can earn up to 5 stars for taking him out and meeting various different criteria. This first room is the only one that's set up, but let's just start it. So what that means is we can now access our list, and this is all we've got for this room. Right now you can actually place stuff in the air. Thought we'd fix this, but it turns out we haven't, so we need to look at that again. But if you imagine, you wouldn't be able to do that, so you have to build a structure. So this one, you know, it's pretty straightforward. It's a pretty easy one. We'll just build something with a ramp at the top like this, and we'll place a bowling ball there at the top like that, and we'll jump back down. It'll cause us to ragdoll because that is kind of still a bit strange. That will get sorted as well. But then when we hit enter, hopefully our bowling ball will roll down, fall into there, take him out, and yeah, there we go. We've completed the challenge. Now, right now it shows diamonds. That will show stars. It'll play cool sounds. It'll all be lovely. But yeah, that's it. So we can get through. I've added these lights above. They're not wired up yet as well, but they'll turn green when the challenge is complete, at least to 1 star, so that you can move on to the next room. Right. Are you keeping up?
I'm completely lost.
So into challenge room 2. Yeah, I've got some level loading issues at the minute. I'm going to have to refine that a bit, but we'll worry about that later. This one is quite fun and interesting. So basically, if we look in our list now, we've got a small boulder, which ultimately we will only be able to place up there. We'll not be able to place that anywhere else. And we have to build something to roll it round and down into this pit. So we've got to find a way of getting that ball to fall in there and take him out. And again, we'll get stars depending on how we do it. So that's number 2. Then if we head to number 3. Number 3 is really cool, right? Okay, so we have this 10-ton weight hanging from a wire above this ragdoll. We have to place cannons at different heights. So we've got these different foundation pieces, so we can like place like that, and then we can grab our cannon and we can put that, and we have to try and line it up. When we press go, we have to have all cannons fire and hit their corresponding button all within 2 seconds of each other. And if we do that, it will snap that wire or release the wire, and it'll fall down and hit him.
Squish him.
So boom. Now there's quite a fun thing is you cannot place anything down here, so that you have to build your contraption up here. But if you were to somehow fall into this little area down here, so that you don't get stuck, there is an escape door which allows you just to run up here and come back up like so. And then once you come back into this room, you won't be able to go back down that way, you see. So it's designed to be kind of just a one-way thing. So that is number 3. Quite a fun, interesting little challenge. And then challenge room number 4 is like a traversal challenge, right? So we've basically got to build structures to get across this room. So here it's quite straightforward. We would build something like this to get up to the top here. Then this one, okay, it's a bit higher. Also, bear in mind, when you first launch the game, you won't be able to jump quite as high as this. It will be just slightly less. And jumping this high will be an unlock that you'll get from doing these challenges. And the 4-meter block is slightly too high to jump on without that upgrade. So you'll have to sort of be a little bit clever with your construction and how you do it. And then the tricky one is going to be this one, because you basically have to build something to get you down there without falling too far. Because if you fall this entire way, you will respawn back in the elevator and you'll have to run all the way back.
Not a great plan.
That's quite a fun thing. More about that later on. So we'll just do this. Okay, and then we'll come place one there. Place one there we go. And then we get up here. And then basically we've just got to take out this guy somehow. So the simple way is you use one of these 3 things. You've got a fridge, a street mailbox, and a stove. So let's just pop the stove up there. And if all is good, when you then do your countdown, the stove will fall down, take him out and knock him into the hole, and then it'll all be funny. So that is room 4. And then, don't worry about this floor, I'll fix that later. Then in room number 5, which is quite a long way down here, this is a slightly crazy one. So our guy is down there. We have 2 sets of spinning bats there. And the idea will be is that you drop stuff off this ledge that get hit by the bat and you have to try and hit him. I'm actually going to build a structure here that will have the thing with flaps. So you place stuff on the platform, and then when you press go, they will fall. That means that, yeah, the stuff will fall down there and then get hit, and all this will be blocked off, and it'll be quite fun. Now, in the meantime, it's possible to do this using something like the plank, and then you plop, let's just say, this arcade machine. Yeah, it's a Who is Abby arcade machine. Have I mentioned Who is Abby before? Yeah, it's good. It's a good game. Anyway, the idea now is, with a bit of luck, this will fall off. And it gets hit. And obviously, yeah, like I say, the idea is to try and get him. Now, it's quite tricky, quite funny. In my tests, I actually managed to do it very, very, very first time. But since then, it's always taken me a few attempts. And now what I'm thinking to do is just, you know, stack up a bunch of stuff like this. Yeah, well, might as well stack a couple of those together. I don't know what that's going to do. I think we've got, some bowling balls. And we might as well add a pink flamingo in there as well. Right, let's see what that one does now. Still didn't manage to get him. All that stuff. What do I need to add to get him? Let's add a kayak or 3 and a couple of fish. And see if any of that now gets him. Oh, how close was that? It's gonna be so good once all the sound is on there as well. I think, I don't know, I'll add in some more bowling balls, I think. Something there has got to get him now. Let's fly down there to his level. Yeah, there we go. Oh dear. Anyway, very silly. But yes, so that's the kind of idea of this one. So that would be done, which means we could now then run out back into the main corridor, and we run down here, through this little bit here, and then we're back where we started. And there we go. So now we would be able to go back round and you know, try some of the levels again, try and get them more stars. And one of the things, you know, if you saw the tutorial zone where I've got these kind of speaker zones where the voice of the facility sort of talks to you and taunts you, all of that will be littered throughout that challenge room. So as you're playing, you know, there'll be lots going on, be different music. It'll be really kind of fun and lots going on. So I'm really looking forward to it. Hopefully it's shaping up nicely, and yeah, once we get it actually wired up so that you actually play it as challenges, that's going to be fantastic, you know, because we're very close. Very, very cool, very, very exciting. And that is pretty much about it for this episode. Hopefully in the next episode I'll talk a bit more about the challenge rooms, and they'll be a little bit more kind of working. I probably will have got my collectible system finished, and I might give you an update on the button room. We'll see. Just a final reminder, I mentioned that Kickstarter page earlier. You know, I don't think I mentioned it enough, to be honest. If you'd be so kind just to head over there, click that button for me. Try and get that number up for me. I could really do with it, and that would be fantastic. And also, actually, there's a lovely bit of news. So for you amazing people that do stick around to the end of the video, I love you, I really do. But I'm going to be basically adding the devlog videos to the mailing list for early release. So basically, if you sign up to the mailing list, link in the description, every time I release a devlog video, it will go out to that mailing list a few days early. So if you want to get these videos sooner than the general YouTube populace, make sure you jump onto our mailing list, and then then you'll have access to these early, which is quite fun. Won't cost you anything. Just if you sign up, that's a perk. That's that. So I thought I would mention that. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, perhaps maybe you feel like pressing the subscribe button. It's up to you. And also, if you click the little bell, when they do go live, you'll get notified instantly, which is obviously fun. Anyway, thank you so much. Again, love you for getting to the end, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.
Walking round 6 boots covered in mud. There's a ragdoll torso in the vent and a bunch of feet in the tub. Someone's face melted, the bin's on fire, and some ragdoll got caught on the high voltage wire. 'Cause I'm the one